What it is, folks, your homeboy Fur back again with another edition of this Put It On Something Special. As I continue to ask, who's the GOAT QB? As I keep saying, big media, big sports media wants to act like the question doesn't need to be asked anymore, that it's undoubtedly Tom Brady. But since football is the ultimate team game, I think the question deserves more analysis than just looking at Super Bowls and just running down numbers and stuff like that. You really got to look at the entire resume, of course, but also look at who the quarterback has surrounded. You feel me? And I think that's something I've been doing a good job of in this project. You feel me? And y'all see today we're gonna be discussing Steve Young, 49ers great. You feel me? But before we get into that, I need y'all to do something for me. I need y'all to do that right there. Y'all see it. Subscribe. It costs you nothing. You hit that button. You feel me? Because we're going to have some fun with this one. And I've been having fun with this entire project. So make sure if you haven't, go back and check out all the rest of them. Been looking at some of the greatest of all time. Been looking at some names y'all wouldn't even think about. You feel me? But I've been trying to be thorough and really examine some guys who don't always get brought up in the GOAT talk. You feel me? And Steve Young is one of those guys I feel like who doesn't get brought up in the GOAT talk either. So let's look at his resume and y'all tell me, does he have a case? You feel me? All right. So Steve Young played 15 seasons in the NFL from 1985 to 1999. He played 2 years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and played 13 years with the San Francisco 49ers, okay? I know my brothers would be happy to see this video, you feel me? That's my brother Tim G. Jake, my brother JoJo, my brother Marquise Green. All of them gonna be happy to see this one, you feel me? Because this they boy for the San Francisco 49ers. And I can't cap, this was one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch growing up, because this man was very special. He was very unique. He was smart. This motherfucker went to law school, okay? Incredibly accurate, like pinpoint accuracy. He was mobile. Like Steve Young, for real, could get down. You know what I'm talking about? He was left-handed. All right, so something about a lefty. When you playing basketball, baseball, football, something about a lefty because it's so different. You feel me? He played in the USFL. All right, so that's something else that made him unique. But this is also something that he played behind the legendary Joe Montana, okay? Who is the guy who, before Tom Brady made his ascension, Joe Montana was the one who everybody was saying was the GOAT. You know what I'm talking about? So Steve Young had a lot of pressure on him playing behind this man. And then 49ers basically choosing him over Montana. Then, Montana finished his career in Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? So this dude had a lot of pressure. But goddamn it, he lived up to that pressure. Like he looked that pressure in the face, goddamn it, and he said, "What up?" He got it done. All right, let's look at his resume. Steve Young ended up with 2 MVPs. A lot of people don't know that. Steve Young has 2 MVPs, all right? He won the MVP after the 1992 season and after the 1994 season, okay? He is in the Hall of Fame class of 2005. He's one of these guys who, I told y'all he played 15 seasons, but he's another one that it could have been longer than that. But he's concussions, man. Concussions. I saw this motherfucker take some licks. He took some licks. Kind of like I was talking about, if you watch my one on Troy Aikman, go watch that. He boy was getting beat the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? But he still was getting it done. He did win 3 Super Bowls, but 2 of those, you know what I'm talking about, really as a backup. You know what I'm talking about? So in 1988, 1989, Joe Montana still is the man. But in 1994, You know, great team, that 94 team. That 94 team. Slick had me want to be a 49er fan. I was still a kid then, so I hadn't just settled in on my team for real. Doing some bad motherfuckers, boy. That 94 squad. They had Steve Young, of course. They had the GOAT Jerry Rice. They had Ricky Waters, pass catching, versatile, somebody running back. Defensively, they had Prime. You know what I'm saying? And they had a safety by the name of Merton Hanks. Now, everybody know about Prime and his dance, but Merton Hanks had some crazy shit. We do some shit like that. That was a dope-ass team. But Steve Young was the man. He was the leader, quarterback of the team. And when they won that Super Bowl, I remember distinctly in like the post game, talking about he got the monkey on his back, off his back. Got the monkey off his back, referring to you in Joe Montana's shadow. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the team of the '80s. So they were counting on this man to get it done, and finally got that done. All right. 3 Super Bowl appearances. As I said previously, all 3 Super Bowls that he went to, they won. But again, 2 of those as a backup. All right. Playoff record was 8-6. His playoff passing yards were 3,326. Playoff passing yards per game, actually lower than you might think. It was 151.2. All right. That's because his figures as a backup get added into that. You know what I'm saying? As a starter, he averaged 231.3. See what I be telling y'all? Numbers lie without context. You feel me? So you gotta adjust for that. His playoff touchdowns were 20, playoff interceptions were 13. Playoff passer rating was 85.8. His regular season record was 94-49. His regular season passing touchdowns were 232, and that ranked 16th when he retired. That's now 32nd. His regular season INTs were 107. That ranked 58th when he retired. That's now 108. His passing yards, he threw for 33,124 yards. That ranked 16th when he retired. That now ranks 39th. His regular season passer rating, this was one of his crowning things that you always heard about him. His regular season passer rating was 96.8, and that ranked first when he retired. Okay, he's now 10th. His regular season passing yards per game were 196. All right, but when he became the full starter, he was consistently over 200 yards per game. All right, now this what sets Steve Young apart from some of his peers who were also deemed to be these pinpoint accurate quarterbacks like a Marino, like Troy Aikman or somebody like that, is that Steve Young could get on down. Okay? Steve Young could get down. Again, by today's standards with Lamar Jackson or somebody like that. Y'all gonna be like, come on, what's that? For that era, Steve Young can get down on your ass. You can YouTube it. All right. In total, he ran for 4,239 yards. And this is at a time where a lot of folks didn't even want you to get outside the pocket like that. They still be on motherfuckers' ass today about that. So they were talking down on him back then trying to get outside the pocket. But he had that in his bag. He rushed for 43 touchdowns. This man was smart. The man was accurate. The man could move. I mean, come on, total package. All right. But y'all know I like to look at what else they got around them, because again, it's ultimate team game. Quarterbacks shouldn't just get all the love for what transpires. Okay. So during his time, all right, in the NFL, he had the opportunity to play alongside 10 top 10 scoring defenses. That includes all 3 of those Super Bowl wins. 4 of those defenses, those top 10 defenses, were when Joe was the starter. Okay. And he had the worst defense in the league his second year in Tampa Bay. All right, so I know he's glad to get the fuck on down from Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay used to be the laughing stock of the league, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Before a man by the name of Tony Dungy came on over there, turned things around and really set that table for John Gruden to come through and win that Super Bowl. And we know what Tom Brady and them been doing lately. But when Steve Young was there, the 2 years, it was bad. You know what I'm talking about? But again, 10 top 10 scoring defenses. But again, that's misleading because 4 of those when Joe Montana was the starter. All right. In terms of the rushing offenses, he had 10 top 10 rushing offenses. 3 of those were while Joe Montana was a starter. And of course, Steve Young does contribute. When he becomes a starter, he contributes to that rushing offense with his legs. Okay, but that's one of the things a lot of people don't think about with the 49ers and that West Coast offense, like act like them boys weren't running the ball. Like them motherfuckers were running the ball with Roger Craig, then leading on up to, like I said, Ricky Waters. They can run the ball. All right. They actually had the number 1 rushing offense. Number 1 in 1987, 1998, and 1999. Now, Steve only played in 3 games in 1999, though. Okay, so I'm sure he probably wished that he could have finished out that year. You know what I'm talking? You got to run a game like that. Or maybe they started running the ball more, since he was hurt. I don't know. I had to go back and watch the game. You know what I'm saying? Going back, looking at these numbers and doing all this shit does not replace watching the game. Yeah, I know I'm Mr. Hashtag watch the game. All right. But they did run the ball out there in San Francisco as well. They weren't just throwing it all around the yard for real. All right. But let's look at the coaches that he played for. You know, to my pretty good coaches. Y'all know one of these who's arguably the GOAT coach, and that's Bill Walsh. Okay, Hall of Fame class of 1993. He won three of those Super Bowls with the San Francisco 49ers, and then he kind of moved into the front office. All right, but he won his with Joe Montana. You know, to my again, Steve was the backup, but he's still being able to be in that quarterback room and learn from Bill Walsh and pick his brain and stuff like that. And so that's part of his grooming. Okay, he's still getting that coaching. All right, now the guy who Steve would go on to win his Super Bowl with would be George Seifert. Okay, George Seifert has a 114-62 record. All right, he won 2 Super Bowls with the 49ers. Okay, I think he's gonna get in the Hall. Okay, not in the Hall yet, but I think George Seifert, with that record and 2 bowls, part of a marquee team, one of the flagship teams of the NFL, I think he's gonna get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Okay, but he was the coach for that 1994 team that they won the bowl, led by Steve Young. All right, let's look at his notable offensive teammates, and y'all already know who I gotta start with. Okay, and that's Mr. Jerry World Rice. You feel me? Right from here in Mississippi. Hall of Fame wide receiver. Class of 2010. Played with Steve Young from 1987 and 1999. He is the GOAT wide receiver. He's arguably the GOAT football player. You feel me? He was first team All-Pro 11 straight seasons. I ain't say this man was a Pro Bowl 11 straight years. I ain't say he was just an All-Pro 11 straight years. This man was first team All-Pro 11 straight years. Woo! That's a bad motherfucker. Now, it's interesting, though, y'all. When y'all think about Jerry, you could say, damn, Jerry was blessed as fuck. He went from Joe Montana to Steve Young. Or would y'all say Joe Montana and Steve Young were both blessed to have Jerry? You feel me? We like to do that in sports. It's really both ways, what I'm talking about. But does that help or hurt Steve Young's argument? It seemed not to hurt Joe's. People still put Joe up there. But, people don't talk about Steve like that. All right. Speaking of Joe, though, like I told you, Steve Young did back up Joe Montana, a Hall of Fame quarterback, class of 2000. Played with Steve Young from 1987 to 1992. Again, like I alluded to previously, he was considered to be the GOAT before Brady just took that over. You know what I'm talking about? Steve backed him up. I haven't seen much. I got to do more. I would love to read about their relationship and see was it like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers was. It seemed like those two are kind of mending fences now, but that relationship was a little, you know what I'm talking about? When Aaron Rodgers was behind Brett Favre, I know it had to be hard. Steve Young, talented as fuck. You know, you sit behind Joe Montana, like Bay Area God. Like the way motherfuckers feel about Steph Curry. Come on, Joe Montana in the 80s. Whew. That had to be tough, but had to help him too because he hit that bitch rolling. He hit it rolling. You feel me? Joe Montana's still on the team in '92 when Steve Young won an MVP. You know what I'm saying? So like that dynamic to go from, you know, you Joe Montana, you looking at this man, Joe Montana, you're a Super Bowl winner, you an MVP, folks calling you GOAT, you know what I'm talking about, and you see your teammate come and win that bitch. Do people start saying, oh man, you ain't all that, it's the system, because look, your boy did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I wonder, was it a lot of that going on? I had to go and do some research. Some of y'all OG, y'all, you know, to chime in on that. All right. Steve Young also had the opportunity to play with another Hall of Fame wide receiver, okay, and that's T.O. Terrell Owens, okay, Hall of Fame wide receiver in the class of 2018. Should have been first ballot. T.O. was special, y'all. He played with Steve Young from 1996 to 1999. He made 5 All-Pro teams. He's arguably the best wide receiver of his generation. Okay. T.O. can talk that talk. He can talk that talk. He can walk into a room with Randy Moss and have a conversation. He can do that. Okay. As a Packers fan, these two motherfuckers, Steve Young and Terrell Owens, connected on one of the most heartbreaking plays of my sports life. We in the playoffs. We in San Fran, if I'm not mistaken. 49ers are driving, fourth quarter. Jerry Rice fumbles the football. He fumbled the football. There was no replay back then, though. 49ers retained possession. And the rest is history. Steve Young stumbles after the snap. He hits Terrell Owens with a pinpoint pass. Just placed it right where it needed to be. Owens caught that motherfucker. We hit him. His big ass held on. With the crying left and right. Seemed like that was the day that T.O. was truly born. My heart was fucking broken. I know y'all 49er fans. Y'all like that shit, didn't you? Y'all like that. Motherfucker, you. All right, but other notable players, man, that he played with. I mentioned one previously, Ricky Waters. He's not in the hall, but this man was a bad motherfucker. He was a very important part of that 1994 Super Bowl team. Very, very versatile, man. He had over 1,500 scrimmage yards in 1994, man. Okay, this man was getting it done. Another very, very versatile back that they had was Garrison Hurst. Y'all remember Garrison Hurst? He was a bad motherfucker, all right? He had over 2,000 scrimmage yards in 1998. See, that West Coast offense, man, they was known for having those versatile guys, man. Guys that could do a little bit of everything, like Alvin Kamara today. Like, think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? Those guys were in that mode. You feel me? But there it is. That's Steve Young's resume, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? So he got a bowl. We really give him credit for that one bowl. He got 3, but he was the starter for 1. Got the 2 MVPs. Y'all saw the numbers with his legs. You know what I'm talking about? You can go look up and see how pinpoint accurate he was. Known for being a heady guy. Yeah, I've seen him in broadcasts, on ESPN and all that kind of stuff. He just, to me, he one of them ones. But you don't hear his name a lot. You don't hear his name a lot. Maybe it's because of just the one Super Bowl as a starter. Maybe it's because people don't see the gaudy stats. Doesn't have the gaudy stats like that. He did have to be a backup for a while and did play in the USFL, so maybe that took some time from him. But just in terms of the eye test, you watch this man play quarterback, you be like, yeah, I'll take him. You feel me? But let me know what y'all think. But before y'all do, make sure y'all do this. Make sure y'all do that right there. Okay, subscribe. It costs you nothing to hit that button. Make sure you share this to all your partners, especially if you got some San Francisco 49er partners, you know what I'm talking about? Or you got somebody that be hating on them 49ers and they just want to talk shit about these boys. They just love the game of football. It don't matter. Make sure you share, you know what I'm talking about? Because I'm going to keep asking the question. Who's the GOAT QB? Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit StatementTeesLLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.